Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Well, welcome to the second half of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHGS. You're here with Don Getling, Gino Fronti, for now 6 years, where we've had the pleasure of sharing with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, and guiding you to personal financial wellness. And we love doing this. This is our favorite time of the week.
Well, you mentioned it, Don. It's educational. It's really a passion that we've had, and we started it to rebuild the real estate market with the Real Estate Radio Network.
That's part of our logo, even.
It is.
Yeah.
And it was actually a bad time in the industry, and we figured we didn't have a choice. Our coach, Ron Quintero, basically, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. You called me on the way.
This is a true statement.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
Don calls me on the way back from San Diego one day, and he's like, "We're starting a radio show." And I'm like, "We're doing a what?"
And I'm like, "No, really. April 1st we started." He goes, "Oh, April
Yeah,
Fools."
I get it. Yeah.
How
And
appropriate, huh?
Yeah, and sure enough, our first show, April 1st. So
almost
here
6
we are,
years ago. Yeah.
coming up on an anniversary.
See, and then we built our own custom-built studio right at SKYLINE Home Loans here called the Vault Media Studio, because KHTS doesn't even know we're here.
I know. Shh.
That way we can stay on the air.
That's right. So actually, Carl and Jerry are great friends. They've always been very supportive of us, and also a good coach when we started the radio show. 3-4 months in, Carl was nice enough to come in and said, "Hey, I was listening to you guys in the car, and you did a really nice job today." He says, "You should go back and listen to your first couple shows, but not while you're driving. You'll drive off the road."
Thanks, Carl.
Yeah.
All right, today we're excited. The second half of the show, we always try to let you learn more about our industry, learn more about Don and Gino, learn more about SKYLINE. So we brought two of our COOs of our company here that are basically what they do to help us help you is imperative to our success. And we're really excited that both of you took time out of your super busy schedules to come down to our beautiful office. How about our crew, huh?
Oh, it's terrific.
All right. So we'll introduce who we have. Mr. Dave Brown, CEO.
COO.
COO.
Yeah, COO. yeah, I don't think...
Bill Dow's going to call you right now.
Didn't know I was getting a promotion.
See how good we are?
You're the best.
CEO, Sales and Capital Markets. And then we also have Marty. She's CEO of Operations and Risk, right?
That's it.
Okay. Very important people to our lives, super important. And we brought them in. It was nice first, you guys didn't even know you're going on the radio.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We got
The strong arm
Get pulled
tactics
in,
Don
yeah.
and Gino pulled here.
I'll
See?
say it was a surprise. I'll let you know if it was pleasant when this is over.
So we really appreciate you guys taking the time to join us and stuff. And that way we can kind of share with a lot of you out there the differences. What is a SKYLINE Home Loans versus a Bank of America or a Wells Fargo of choice? And how big is SKYLINE Home Loans? I mean, a lot of you, know of Don and Gino. You know of our crew out here in Santa Clarita because we live here, work here, love here, play here. But SKYLINE Home Loans is a pretty large company. It's been around since 1985. And Dave, how many offices do you think we have now?
well, gosh, we have over 50 branches, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
And nationwide.
that's right.
I mean, how many states are we in now? Like 27 or something?
26 states.
26 states?
Right.
Wow.
All right. So I'll ask Marty the questions on that. Because I can't even keep
It's
up
hard
with
to
it
keep
anymore.
track,
And
yeah.
you guys probably have a hard time with the growth and
Yeah.
everything.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an email come through the other day, and I was like, oh, wow, that seems like an interesting program. And I was like, oh, it's in Washington.
So we brought Dave and Marty on because Dave helps us out with sales and capital markets. And I'll let Dave and Gino, you guys talk a little bit. You guys love this stuff. Talk about what capital markets even is.
Well, I'll describe what it means to us, which is what it means to you, right? So on the ground, what it means is it's basically, just to oversimplify it, it's what controls interest rates to the consumer.
That's right.
And there's a misconception, Don and I always talk about, that lowest rate is actually the best thing in the world. And it's really not. You really have to if you're doing a consultation, a mortgage consultation, you really have to find out what someone's time horizon is. One of the ugly secrets about the mortgage business is amortization. So if you're only in a loan for 5 years or 10 years, you're not going to pay 4% or 6% or 7%. Now we've introduced into our disclosures the 5-year tip. And you'll find that most people are paying somewhere in the 40 to 70% APR per se in that first 5 years. So if you don't stay in a loan all 360 payments, you're never going to get that disclosed APR. So
That's right. When you're getting a longer term loan, you're paying a price, an interest rate for time. That's part of what you're paying for. So if you expect to be in your house for only a shorter period of time, a 5-year ARM or a 10-year ARM, you have to pay a lower price or a lower interest rate.
Yeah, so those things aren't really as dangerous or as bad as they are. It's, we always talk about the right tool for the right person. And the reason we got into a big mess last time with ARMs is the wrong tool was given to the wrong people.
That's right. When you're talking about option ARMs and
Negative
things that involve
amortization.
negative amortization, where your loan actually grew if you didn't make your minimum payment. Yeah,
But you're always going to have appreciation.
Yeah.
Isn't that what was sold?
well, how did you end up doing this radio show? You had nothing else to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Dave, for Skyline, makes sure that we bring the best price to market for the service we provide. And I think that ultimately, and we'll talk a little bit about what service we provide and why it is different than a bank. The reality is we do one thing and we do it well. We just do mortgage. We don't sell car loans. We don't have student loans. We don't do depository relationships. We do one thing. We do it well.
That's right.
And I think we take a very complicated and intimidating product and process to the average customer, and we try to make it as simple and easy for them as possible.
Yeah, and there's so many moving parts in the background. One of the things is, over the last few years, we've developed the IMP, which is our proprietary software system. And I remember walking into the corporate office and seeing this tangled web on the wall of
do you remember that?
the workflow of what happens in a mortgage to try to analyze that.
And you're looking at that, and it says above it, intelligent mortgage platform. You're like, oh my heck.
Yeah, it needs to be intelligent, because when you look at all the parts and all the things that happen and how many people it takes from your moment you apply online to the moment you get your keys, there's so many pieces and so many people working on your file.
That's right.
It is, and it's amazing. I was actually a customer myself about 8 months ago last summer, and I applied online with the IMP, and it was the most simple loan process I've ever gone through as a customer.
Well, that's what we love. And this is not just a Skyline commercial, but we're trying to explain the differences of why you would want to work with a Skyline versus an internet letter or maybe a bank at times, is the effort that Skyline puts in. This is why we are with Skyline. And we were going to ask you guys that, why you're with Skyline. We'll ask that in a minute. But I know Gino and I are with your commitment to technology is imperative just to help our clients out, because the IMP platform we're talking about does help you easily apply online. You can actually order your own credit report, order your own appraisal, and get your disclosures rolling, everything rolling within literally a day, where most lenders it takes 4 to 5 days, if not more. And that's a big difference when you want to close your loan on time. Plus the ease of it, be able to download your own documents it's a super, super easy platform that took years and millions of dollars to build for you. And it's really nice that they're involved in technology.
That's right. A lot of work, all those spaghetti charts you saw on the wall. It really works.
Yeah. Oh, and not only do we invest in technology, we invest in the people that care. Two of our core values are create smiles and own the outcomes. So we have employees that want to end up with a happy customer and who feel responsible for the customer's experience.
Yeah, and I think that's been one of the things that we've always experienced, is that people at Skyline truly care.
Mm-hmm.
They really care about the end product. And like we said, it's so complicated. There's so many moving parts. And it is, I can't tell you how many times when the consumer's like, why do you need that? Why do I have to give you that? I was divorced 20 years ago. Why do you need my divorce decree? I don't know where it is. I burned it. I was really upset, and I put it in a fire pit one night. And so it's our job to say, I understand. I know it's difficult. We have a service. I'll get it for you. Could you just give me the name of your ex-spouse, and I'll get it for you. So it is our job to be a customer service-based company. And, yeah, ultimately, do you want to close on time and get the keys? But you also want it to be a good process.
Right.
Well, that's the beautiful thing, and that's why we want to stay for the last segment of the Don and Gino show, because what's nice is we have Marty TROMLEY here, who handles basic operations and risk for Skyline Home Loans. We have Dave Brown here, who handles sales and capital markets, meaning pricing. So in our last segment, we're going to kind of give you a little better idea of why these two are so important to your success and your experience, because a lot of you out there, I guarantee, if it wasn't you, it was somebody else had a poor experience when obtaining a home loan. And that's sad. That's the nature of our industry. I'm just putting it out there. It is the nature of our industry. SKYLINE and these two great people and our team here at Valencia and Everyman SKYLINE really are trying to change that impression of our industry, because I know our goal is to give you an incredible experience and close your loan on time, and we're going to share with you how we do that when we come back to the final segment of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHES. Please check us out at donandgino.com.